Okay, so I know that I said that I was going to make a video that I'm really proud of and that I'm going to be super excited to put out, but unfortunately it's taking me a lot longer to film that one than I thought it would. So I'm just gonna sit down and talk about what's been going on lately and update you all so that you guys can have a little health update and know how I'm doing, and basically so I can just keep you guys informed about my health and overall well-being. Unfortunately, lately, my health hasn't been doing too great. I've been super fatigued lately, and for some reason, every day my head pressure is really high from my IIH. So, unfortunately, I've been dealing with that every single day, and it's getting really, really frustrating. I don't know how to stop it because the medication isn't working anymore, and I'm still waiting to get into neurology to be able to get my MRI done and then see if I can get the brain surgery. So, unfortunately, there's nothing that I can really do right now besides just deal with how it feels and deal with the symptoms that I get. It's really jarring, and the constant feeling of pressure is just very overwhelming and it makes it really hard to think. It's causing a lot of brain fog and a lot of memory problems, and I've also had a hard time talking or just conversing lately. I've been having a hard time actually getting across the point that I'm trying to make. Even now, I still feel like I'm having a hard time explaining what I truly mean. Unfortunately, that's just something that happens though, because with the pressure that's on my brain, I just can't really think straight. And so it's just a consequence that happens when my pressure gets too high. Thankfully, my POTS lately hasn't been flaring as much, so thankfully my heart rate has been at a decently normal level lately, so I don't feel as bad as I probably could feel technically. So I guess I should be grateful for that, but unfortunately I am still extremely fatigued, and I don't know if that's from POTS or if that's from IIH or just chronic fatigue in general. Unfortunately, we still haven't pinpointed exactly what condition causes my fatigue or if it's a medication I'm on that causes it, but that has been ramping up a lot lately and I've been sleeping a lot more. And I have also been having a harder time actually filming content and staying on top of things like I want to. I didn't even get to post a video last week because I was so overwhelmed, and I'm also trying to focus on my video that I have coming up, and I really want it to be something that I'm proud of and that I really feel like I did a good job on, but at the same time, I just haven't had the energy to film it or the brain power to really think things through on how I want it filmed or how I want to portray the video to you all, and it's just a project that is a little bit bigger than I can probably handle right now. So unfortunately, that video will probably come out in a week or two, maybe even a month or so. I don't want to overdo it and overwork myself, and I also don't want to rush the video and it comes out in terrible quality or it doesn't convey the points that I want to get across or just anything like that. I don't want the video to be rushed in any way because I want it to be as proper and well put together as I possibly can. So I really hope that you guys don't mind being patient for that. Unfortunately, it will be, like I said, probably out in a couple weeks. I just need to gather my energy and all my strength and actually get to filming it. I've also been having some issues, unfortunately, with my stomach condition. I have chronic gastritis, and I usually take famotidine twice a day, every day, to treat this condition, but unfortunately, my gastritis has been acting up through the medication lately, and I don't know if it's because of what I've been eating or if there's something going on within my stomach. I might need to talk to my doctor about it, but unfortunately, I've been getting a lot of heartburn and stomach acid and a lot of stomach cramps and basically just all my gastritis symptoms coming back. So I'm assuming that I will have to talk to my doctor about that and see if there's anything we can do. I'm wondering if maybe I just need to cut some things out of my diet or something that is just causing it to flare up. I don't really know, but usually my doctor is pretty good at helping me pinpoint what the problem could be, and so hopefully she'll help me figure out what is going on, and maybe we can find a way to get me somewhat back to normal. Unfortunately, it just feels gross every time I eat now. Even if I'm just eating something plain, my stomach will hurt after I eat. I don't really know exactly how to describe the pain. It's more of an uncomfortable feeling more than a pain sensation, but basically every time I eat, my stomach feels uncomfortable, and it also happens when I drink stuff, so I don't know if it's the gastritis or if something else is going on with my stomach, but I will have it looked into and I will keep you guys updated on that because that is another problem that I will have to look into. Either way, I will always keep you guys updated because that's the whole point of my channel. And basically, the last thing that's really going on with my health lately is that, and I'm sorry if this is TMI to any of you, but I have been missing my period for 2 or more months now. I did take a pregnancy test because, yes, my boyfriend is here visiting, but it did come back negative, and we are not trying for a baby. So I don't know what's going on. I did talk to my doctor about it though, and she doesn't seem that concerned yet. So I feel like eventually we will probably start to look into it, but she's still just, I guess, waiting to see if my period arrives. I don't know if I should just keep taking at-home pregnancy tests and just see if somehow that's what happened, or I don't really know what could be causing it to just not show up. Yeah, I haven't gotten my period in over 2 months now, and I have fully stopped my birth control because my doctor told me to. So now I'm basically just waiting to see if that appears, and if it doesn't, I'm just waiting for my doctor to tell me what we should do next. It is a bit concerning to me because I've always had strange periods. I was originally put on birth control to regulate my period because when I was a teenager, I used to get 2 periods in 1 month, or I would get no period at all that month, and it just really depended on my body, basically. Now, I'm a bit concerned that since I stopped the birth control, my body's just doing the same thing that it did before, where it's just doing whatever it wants with my periods, and it's not really regulating itself at all. I don't really know why that would happen or what causes that. I do know that I believe I was diagnosed with something as a teenager that caused it, but I can't remember what that diagnosis was. So unfortunately, I would probably have to go back in and get checked out again for it, or I would have to go through all of my past medical records and really try to find that diagnosis. But that was so long ago that I don't know where I would find that medical record unless I requested it from that specific doctor, which I probably could do and probably should do, just so I know exactly what my medical history looks like. Until I can do that, I'm basically just a bit confused as to what's going on with my body, and hopefully my doctor can figure it out, or my past medical records can provide me some insight into what's going on. I'm just really overwhelmed with all of my health lately, and I would love it if I could just have a normal rest day where I didn't have any pain or fatigue and my head pressure wasn't raised so I could just feel normal again. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, no, because my neurology appointment is still a month out or so, and I won't be getting any pressure relief until after that appointment. So I do believe that I will be suffering with my head pressure at least for a good while longer. I do hope that once I see the neurologist, things will start moving faster and I can get my MRI done and then potentially get some better treatment or even the brain surgery. I'm just looking forward to feeling better because the pressure in my skull is getting way too high for me to really function properly anymore, especially during the little flares that I get every day. Right now, I actually feel somewhat normal, but anytime I stand or anytime I turn my head too far to one side or the other, I can start to feel the pressure building in my head, and it can disorient me very easily. It makes my vision feel like the room is spinning, and it can also make my hearing go dull a little bit. And I also, unfortunately, get very, very confused or out of it, I guess, when the pressure gets too high. So I basically just have to sit there and process the feeling of the pressure before I can process anything else around me. I really, really do hope that I get some relief for this soon, though, because I am fed up with the feeling. I'm tired of feeling like this, and I am just so excited to get some relief. I would love if they did a lumbar puncture and drained some of the fluid out, because that's what provided the fastest relief last time. And I would love that feeling again because I can still feel it. I can still remember how nice it felt to stand up and not feel any pressure after my lumbar puncture this last time. So I'm really hoping that maybe I can get another one and they'll drain some more fluid again, or hopefully, if I get the brain surgery, maybe that would also provide the same amount of relief. But anyway, thank you for sitting here and listening to me vent or rant about my health and just going on about it for so long. I didn't mean to make the video such a long one, but I hope you guys enjoyed the update and still enjoy getting to know what's going on in my life, even if sadly it's not the best news that I have for you all. I'm just hoping that maybe making content like this will make someone feel less alone, or maybe make me feel less alone. So hopefully there's someone out there that can relate a little bit, and maybe if you'd like, you can comment below and we could talk about it a little or something. But that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this content, maybe give me a subscribe, it would mean a lot. And I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.